Today's plan was to fish the North Indian River around the Titusville area. I originally wanted to fish this area right here because the prevailing winds for the past couple of days have been coming out of the east and to the west, which would blow all the bait and the things that the bait fish would eat up against this shoreline. The only issue with the winds being forecasted strong, 15 to 20 miles an hour from the south to the north, would pretty much put this in a bad position for kayak fishing. So we went back over to this area that we fished last weekend. This is March Bay Creek right here, and we fished this shoreline last weekend and did pretty good. One point of note here, a good thing is this is the back entry to get there. This used to be a one-way road. Now it's actually open to two-way traffic. Before, what you used to have to do was come down here and then drive all the way around this dirt road after you paid a $10 entry fee just to get to this place to launch your kayaks. Now, not only is it shorter, you don't have to pay the $10 to use the road there. So we launched a little bit late. We didn't get in the water till about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and we wound up going out the creek mouth. And as soon as we made this turn, there was a ton of fish all along the shoreline. Matter of fact, we didn't leave this area all morning. It was loaded with fish. Now, what I found interesting is first thing in the morning, it was really, really calm, which actually was surprising to me. I thought it was going to be a lot more windy, but I was able to put a pattern together. What was happening is right where the wind line started and the bait fish was moving around, right at that point was where all the fish were congregating. There was fish closer to the shore and the calmer water, but the problem with that was they were real spooky. So with a calm water, you could see them from a long ways away, but they can also see you. Once you moved out just a little bit and you had that wave action, that hid me a little bit, and I was able to catch more fish. Didn't put a whole lot of fish in the boat, but the reason why I was coming out here anyway was to just get some footage of some topwater lures working. But I figured, hey, while I'm out there, might as well fish. Three really good trout in the boat. One's not so big trout, but definitely had a good day. So with it being a little bit late of a start, we didn't have much topwater action first thing in the morning. Just like last week, the lure that really caught the most fish was the Slam Shady 2.0, the paddle tail, rigged on an owner twist lock 1/8 ounce. With that weight and the way that the wind was, you were able to get some real good distance out of your cast. It would still work pretty much the whole water column from the top to the bottom. And the larger trout really, really like that lure. Nothing on a hard bait. We tried various hard baits, but that paddle tail and the smaller size, because the bait fish are still small. There wasn't a whole lot of large bait fish. So that small Slam Shady 2.0 was definitely the way to go. And here's some footage from the day. When I'm out on the water, I'm looking for different signs of life. I'm looking for birds, I'm looking for mullet, even dolphin can clue you in on where the bait fish will be. Another thing that I like to look for is I'm looking for stingrays. The cool thing about stingrays is they're eating the same thing that the redfish are. Little crustaceans, little crabs, little shrimp, anything that's on the bottom. So anytime you see stingray, that's a good sign that there's going to be redfish nearby. So I need to call myself out on this. This is actually how not to land a trout. So as you can tell, I'm fighting a trout. I'd made a great cast to it. It was chasing some bait fish. I was able to hook up with it, and I'm fighting the fish in, getting it close to the boat. Everything was going right up until this point. What happens is, as I'm bringing the trout in close to the boat, I go to grab my net. Now, my net has a collapsible handle on it, which is good for storing kayaks, but if you use it the wrong way, it's a disaster. So I pick up the net. It is the right way, but then I flip it around the wrong way when I go to scoop the fish up. Boom, net collapses. So I get the net turned around, the fish comes back in, I had the head out of the water, which is also another thing that you're not supposed to do. Good way to lose a fish, good way to catch a lure in the face. Now, to add insult to injury, I'm trying to get a picture of this fish, and all of a sudden, I can't hang on to it anymore. Out the boat it goes. And I got the same view in POV. Out the boat it goes, and slow motion. I definitely need to get better at handling trout. As I was hitching my trailer up on Saturday morning, I was thinking to myself, you know what? I haven't bought a spare tire for my trailer yet. Well, guess what? I needed one. So, word of the wise, for someone that's been in the tire business for over 30 years, you would think I would have everything that I needed to change a flat tire. I had none of it. I had no spare, I had no jack, I had no lug wrench, nothing. So I literally had to call my son up. He came to the rescue. He went to the store. He bought everything that I needed to bring it out. So learn something from me. Don't do what I do. Make sure and have this stuff. But as a note, check that out. NASCAR ain't got nothing on me.